Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have two special guests. This is Astro and this is Indy. They're being annoying and needy, so they wanted to be in the video with me. So here they are. Anyways, today we'll be talking about pregnancy, labor, the last 5 months of motherhood. So I had a pretty good pregnancy. I had a really good pregnancy. It was good up until like the 39th week. I was like a week away from birth, and up until that point I was always like, oh, I'm gonna have a natural birth, blah blah blah. I had joked a few times that I wanted the doctor to just gut me like a fish and take Noah out, meaning I wanted to have a C-section because I was scared of the pain. So anyways, me and Corey pretty much got pregnant really easy and really fast. He got a job in Texas back in May of last year, 2017. And the plan was for me to stay back in Arizona until October 2017. But literally like a week later, we couldn't do it. We had spent so much time together. It was just too difficult. So I decided to quit both of my jobs and move out to Texas within that week. So I quit my job on like Wednesday. I headed to Texas on that Saturday, I believe. So it was pretty crazy. I've never done anything like that. I've never taken a road trip by myself. I've never done anything like that. It was really crazy. Astro and Indy were my co-pilots. They were asleep in the back. We drove 18 and a half hours straight through. We got here like a week later. We got our apartment. So I was like 2 weeks late. I decided to go get tests when Corey was at work. And I took the 2 tests and they were both negative. So I was like, what the heck? Like something's going on. A few days later, me and Corey went grocery shopping and we got 2 more tests. When we got inside, I went and took them immediately. And me and Corey started putting the groceries away. We gave it the full amount of time that it needed to like process, you know. Corey went to check on them and he was like, you're not pregnant. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And so I was like, there's something wrong because I'm late. And so I went in the bathroom and I picked up the test. I'm like, babe, this means I am pregnant. And we both just like started laughing and smiling, and Corey was just like so excited. I wish I would have recorded it because he was literally so excited and so happy. And I just was crying because I was so excited and so happy. So we immediately told his mom and dad. And then I ended up telling my best friends, my 2 sisters, and I wasn't sure how. I didn't want to tell my aunt over the phone. I didn't want to tell my mom over the phone. So me and Corey agreed that I would go to Phoenix to tell my family. I was on the phone with my aunt one day and I was planning a surprise trip on Father's Day. I was going to surprise everybody. And I ended up spilling the beans on accident, like literally everything. Like I told her I was coming out. I told her I was pregnant. And so the surprise was off for my family. So I was like, well, don't tell my mom and don't tell my tata, which is my grandpa. So she's like, okay. I drove out there. I got there at like a 12:31 in the morning, and I surprised my grandpa for Father's Day. And then I told my mom that night, and my mom was really excited. She was really happy for Corey and I. During that week, I told my grandpa, who was kind of like, he's very traditional Mexican. So he was kind of like, aren't you supposed to be married first? And I was engaged at the time. And I started crying. And I said, yes, but this wasn't an accident. Like, we planned for this baby. And that was it. And after that, he was like, okay, like, that's fine. He was totally cool with it. When I first visited Texas, it was like 3 years ago. And I found sour pickles. And I was like, oh my God, these are so good. And they don't have them back in Phoenix or Arizona. And I went crazy looking for them. Corey ended up finding them on Amazon, and he ordered me some, and I was like content. And we used to buy them all the time. Like I always had some in my freezer. So anyways, I craved a sour pickle, and then I started craving water. But not like any like bottled water or anything like that. I was craving like water with ice, cold ice, and it has to be like freezing cold. And that's all I wanted. I just wanted water and fruit. And then I craved pepinos, which are cucumbers and vinegar, salt, and pepper. And then I started craving menudo, oh my gosh, I crave noodle like crazy. And those are my cravings. That was it. But my pregnancy overall was great. My last week of pregnancy, which was 39 weeks and like 3 days, I got preeclampsia. So I had headaches, I had protein in my urine, and my reflexes were slowed. And basically, like, if your doctors don't catch it early on and you like let it go, you could have seizures. It was pretty scary. And the day that my doctor told me, you know, you need to go to the hospital, he told me, like, you don't have a choice. Like, you're not gonna have a natural birth. And up until that point, I believed I did. I believed I was going to have a natural birth. So that was not the case. We got to the hospital, and the next morning they grabbed me and they took me for surgery, and you know, they did my spinal block, and I was freaked out. My blood pressure went up, and they gave me like some medication, and so like because of my blood pressure and the medication, something happened there. I got this horrible headache where it felt like throbbing, and it was like bad. Like, it's like the worst feeling I've ever felt in my life. They told me that after they got Noah out, they would give me pain medicine for it. So once they brought Corey in, I told Corey, like, I was freaking out, I was nervous, and he's like, you're okay, you know, once, you know, Noah's out, it'll all be worth it, you know, whatever. And I just remember looking at Corey, and they said, one baby, it's a boy, at 7:51, and I heard him cry, and as soon as I heard him cry, I looked at Corey, and me and him were like smiling at each other. They put pain medicine in my IV, and I literally was just like clocked out. So Corey freaks out, of course. I mean, who wouldn't? And they're like, it's normal, it's fine. She's on pain medicine, it's fine. They made Corey go with Noah, and I stayed in the room while they sewed me up and did all that stuff. I went to recovery. When they took pictures with me, Corey, and Noah, and I don't remember taking any of those photos. Like, I saw them and I was like, I took these. I was so knocked out. I remember Noah's nose and his mouth, and I remember hearing Corey say Elsa, Elsa, and I remember like opening my eyes like really slow, and they were taking pictures of us. But that's it. I don't remember anything else. So I got to recovery, and that was like 2 hours, and finally got to my room. I was sharing a room, and I finally got to hold Noah. It was like 4 hours after everything. I finally got to hold him and love him and everything. It was just really crazy how he, like, literally like hours before, he was like still in my belly, and it was just crazy. So yeah, and then 2 days after that, I got discharged, and with my C-section, I didn't baby myself. I didn't want to. My grandmother was very, very strong. She never babied herself with anything that happened to her, anything she went through. So I didn't want to baby myself, even though maybe I should have a little bit. But I healed pretty fast. And I was able to, you know, stay at home with Noah the whole time and be okay, because I didn't want to baby myself. It was really crazy being home alone with a little guy. It was frustrating at times, you know, because I was at home by myself. It was just really, really difficult sometimes. And then like my mom passing away and having to like, I didn't have time to be upset, I guess. I had to suck it up and just be there for him. So my alone time most of the time was in the shower when Corey would get home or whatever. I would go in the shower and, you know, just be alone by myself and be sad. But yeah, it was an interesting experience because of everything that had happened that year already. It was only the second month, so it was really really difficult. Thank you, Astro. It was really difficult for me, and I just really wanted so much that my mom could hold him, my aunt could hold him, and I just feel like if I could change anything about this year, if I could give anything, it would be for my mom and aunt to be here. And yeah. But But on another note, motherhood is amazing. Noah's now 5 months. He'll be 6 months in about 2.5 weeks. It's exciting. It's crazy. He's very smart. I feel like for his age, every time we go to the doctor, his doctor says she's so impressed with him that he's doing great. When he was a few days old, he was already trying to hold up his head by himself. He likes tummy time now. He can roll back and forth. He did roll back and forth when we were in Phoenix. He did twice, but that was it. And then when we got home, he wasn't doing it anymore. And now it's like anytime he needs a diaper change, he's like doing flips and screaming changing table. But yeah, motherhood is great. Corey's been home a lot these last couple weeks, months, due to his job. So he's been helping out a lot. So it's a lot different, and I have to get back into the rhythm of being a stay-at-home mom by myself. But other than that, I mean, it's really cool. It's really fun. I think the next child we do have, I think we will adopt. I don't know if I want to have another baby. I think I would be okay with adopting and helping out another little babe in need. But yeah, that was pretty much it. That was my story. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to link my 2 emails, one that I check daily that's on my phone, and the one that's on just the computer that I would check like every week, for any questions or any comments or any type of like criticisms or anything like that you have for me. I don't think criticism is the right word, but we're gonna go with it. And then I'll put my Instagram and everything down below as well. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Bye guys.